y'all care that China landed on the far side of the moon?
Huh?
I had a joke for that, but no. I don't care about that.
Why did they pick the dark side?
Okay.
Not the dark side parts, the far side.
Yo,
The Floyd
the shit
album?
I'd be so amazed at. Yo,
Oh, you was trying to go in on that one? Go ahead, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I'm just saying, China's the first place to get to the far side of the moon, and I didn't know that there was a race. I didn't know. But the news said that it is a race.
Yeah.
The news said that America's trying to get there, Russia's trying to get there, and I've been glued to these YouTube docs. So I saw the YouTube doc
Since the 60s.
I saw the doc that was saying how America might have rigged landing on the moon.
Which happened.
They lied about it.
That was
Stanley Kubrick.
I watched that, and that whole theory is comprised of
Neil Armstrong, Neil A.
backwards alien. Hold up. But I'm saying on the doc they were talking about how it was a race back then too. It was a race just to get to the moon for all these different types of reasons. So
Just a stunt.
Yeah, it works. There's
No,
no,
it was-
actual reason to get to the
just a
moon.
stunt.
No, it was a distraction. The same way everything else in politics is a distraction.
did we really go to the moon? Like, I want to see the moon rocks.
Why? Why do you want to?
Oh, I've seen the moon rocks.
Look at that shit.
That's what they called him on the block?
Yeah. I've seen the moon rocks.
I got those moon rocks.
I've seen
No,
the
I
moon
mean,
rocks.
all right, I want to see rocks from the moon.
Okay, that's different. That's different because I've seen the moon rocks.
I don't know. Anybody ever seen the rocks from the moon?
I've seen the moon shoes. They used to sell them on Nickelodeon.
I wanted a pair of those.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
I'm done with you guys.
I mean,
Honestly,
Armageddon was a pretty good movie.
The moon looks really boring.
Why? Because that was my question. If y'all was so pressed to go to the moon and y'all went,
It's right there.
well, why y'all ain't go back for something? They went to the moon 50 years ago
And never went back.
That don't sound funny to y'all.
Yeah, they just was off.
Look
they
at
were,
it.
They
There's
was like,
something there.
They was
You
like,
can
that's
look
it.
at it. You can see it right now.
Because it's kind of like when you. I feel
Nah,
like
you would
that-
go to the moon and
No, I'm
smoke a
not going
joint
to
or
the fucking
something.
moon. Well,
if you could go,
yeah, I could-
if you could just go to the moon, you could think of things to do.
How many hours away?
Hit your girl, yo, come on, man, let's take this ride.
I'm cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
If I had the chance to go, I don't think I would go.
We all know we ain't been to no damn moon.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
rolling.
straight on the moon.
If you could go to space in general, would you go to space?
No,
Because
I'm
I'm
I'm-
cool.
I'm
super
straight.
cool. Yeah, I like it here.
Looks alright from here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm equipped to handle that.
No.
Like, I get a little, what they call that when your equilibrium's off.
You got pop your ears.
Yeah, I
yawn?
get that, and I'll be feeling like I'm about to pass out. So going to the moon is a no for me.
In 100 years, is definitely gonna be space diving, like they skydive out of planes.
Red Bull just did that like last year.
Red
Yeah.
Bull is innovating. they are really taking the culture
No.
forward.
Yeah, when I saw like that whole original content thing popping, and Red Bull was like, "Nah, we're gonna throw some guy out of space into the ground," I was like, "All right, Red Bull won."
Yeah, I don't know where they trying to go
Red
with
Bull
it.
is taking this
Matter of fact,
original content
let me go
way
drink
too
some Red
fucking
Bull.
far.
Like, yeah, like,
Hey, Rory.
Like people was doing like weird BMX shit, like, oh, let me try to do a triple backflip on my dirt bike, and Red Bull was like, nah, we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna go to space, and we're gonna throw him out of the spaceship.
yeah.
The Earth is round, and here's the proof. Remember Felix Baumgartner? He jumped from the edge of space a few years back to perform the highest parachute jump ever. Well, that was on a live feed in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and you can clearly see the Earth's curvature. So yes, there is tons of proof that Earth is a sphere.
So, yes, there's tons of proof that I'm an idiot.
Dude, that was Planet New Mexico, for crying out loud. All right? The same curvature was visible 5 feet before his feet hit the ground. So if you're going to come at me, look at the curve. Sorry for that. It's cathartic for me to get that out every now and then. This is what these people send me all the time. They're trying to call me an idiot, and they're giving me that as their proof. Here's a little clue. If you see pictures like that, just complete the curve. Wow, look at that. Look how big Felix is. Jumping out over Planet New Mexico. And I'm telling you, I had friends sending me stuff like this. This guy has a PhD, okay? He's sending me stuff with the footage from the Mythbusters, right? They supposedly went up in a spy plane, 75,000 feet or something, over planet San Francisco. And, you know, he's like, look beyond the flat earth gurus and their false claims. He says, a fisheye lens doesn't curve things that much. I'm like, no, he's got the same curve over the back of his head, 50 feet off the runway. Right? How many of you guys got this stuff from your friends and family? Right? All over the place. Learn what a fisheye lens is, for crying out loud. I mean, you got websites like this, physics.org, you know, smart people, lab coats, right? Cloak of credibility, PhDs, letters after your name. All right? Students, film breathtaking curvature of the earth using high altitude weather balloon. You would have thought that the curved rope might have given them a clue. Something's wrong with this picture. Why did they just stop the video at 4 seconds in? Students prove curvature of the earth, 15 feet. Seriously, learn what a fisheye lens is. Meanwhile, flat earthers and others are sending up high-altitude weather balloons that don't have fisheye lens attached to them, and we're coming back with images like this.
Pink Floyd and the Flat Earth. In this video, I will present artistic and synchronistic connections between Pink Floyd and the Flat Earth. Floyd's song, Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, was released on their first album, Saucer Full of Secrets, in 1968. Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, the only Pink Floyd song that features all 5 band members. The artwork depicts an all-seeing eye, a Masonic reference. Nick Mason stated Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun is his favorite Pink Floyd song. Other tracks with titles like Let There Be More Light and Seesaw, Roger Waters admitted to borrowing lyrics from the Chinese book of poetry from the Tang Dynasty period. Among the borrowed lines from the Chinese poetry contains the lines, "Witness the man who raved at the wall as he wrote his questions to heaven." Other artwork designed by Hypnosis Design Groups shows cosmic-like scenes containing spheroids, ball planets, and perhaps other cosmology, or maybe saucers full of secrets. The 70 album, Atom Heart Mother, with tracks including Fat Old Sun, a simple cover showing a cow blissfully grazing in the pasture, glancing back at the camera. The horizon, always in the background. I wonder if the cow ever noticed his Earth-like markings. 1973, Dark Side of the Moon, a fan favorite, a very simple cover, a prism bending perfect light into a spectrum. Do you think you can tell? Blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Can you tell heaven from hell? Can you tell NASA fakery from a real picture? Set the controls for the heart of the sun. In 1975, the album Wish You Were Here artwork shows 2 cyborg machine hands shaking in front of a 4 elemental earths, wind, fire, and air. A business-like arrangement in front of a flat horizon. Other art shows 2 businessmen shaking hands. The arrangement so intense and powerful that one man spontaneously combusts into flames upon agreement. Animals. Roger Waters based loosely on George Orwell's novel Animal Farm, which portrays mankind as animals exploited and farmed. The album artwork shows a Battersea power station as a pig flies above it. Songs of pigs, dogs, and sheep. Upside down, the pic is interesting. Looks like a floating footstool. Very interestingly, the 1979 album The Wall. The cover presents an intimidating wall made of endless white bricks. What wall was Pink Floyd referring to? The Arctic ice wall? Lyrics like, "We don't need no education, we don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom, teacher, leave those kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall." Music screams at a system of controllers to back off. 1987, momentary lapse of reason. A man sits on the beach on a bed looking disoriented, away from the ocean and horizon. Hundreds of beds stretched out and into the vanishing or convergence point. Seemingly disoriented, the man appears to have just woken up from an extended slumber, suffering from a momentary lapse of reason, and all along the truth was right behind him. The bedposts contained circles. The division bell, 1987. Two heads looking at each other, together forming one head profile. The mouths highlighting within the profile again the flat horizon. The song titles like Poles Apart, Keep Talking, High Hopes, and Take It Back feel like a synchronistic suggestion to the listener. The Endless River, 2014. The Coup de Grace. Another album with a flat horizon. However, this time a man sits upon the Most High, traveling into a flat horizon of an infinite plane, searching for other worlds, almost achieving a godlike ability to traverse the heavens. Pink Floyd music has remained popular over the years. Their music and art resonating with the mass consciousness for several generations. It is my belief that truth lives in the frequency, and art is a window into that vibration. On many levels, conscious and subconscious, artists and musicians are speaking truth. The question becomes, are you tuned in to receive it? Thanks very much for listening. This is Zern Music, and I hope to make more videos, so please stay tuned, and thanks for watching.